This is Splash FM, the John Radford Show.
We're doing the programme live from Worthing Pier, celebrating Worthing Pier Day. Mr Mayor Tom Wowie is about to cut the tape and proclaim the show open. Let me just remind you, it's Worthing Pier Day. Worthing won the title of Pier of the Year this year, all over England, and as a result, we're celebrating that today with this broadcast and all the other things that are going on. It's a bit of a blustery day, but like that popular Worthing breeze, that's why they call it Windy Worthing, of course, coming in from the southwest, but a beautiful sea, sparkling blue, with a bright sun in the sky, and the pier's quite busy, lots of people walking up and down as well, so do come and see us and have a good old-fashioned seaside Sunday here on Worthing Pier. If you want to come and see us too, we're on the pier, we're by the kiosk, we'd be delighted to see you. And if you want to know more about the pier, the man to talk to is Chris Hare, because he's giving tours around it. Chris, good morning.
Good morning.
So just for people who maybe haven't been around the pier much, what is there to see?
Well, I think it's quite a special pier because to start with, it's in a good state of repair, and many of the piers around England are really sadly neglected. They've just recently closed Hastings Pier. And it's a uniquely English institution, really. You can go to countries on the continent and you'll find people walking up and down the seafront, but you won't actually find people walking over the sea. And Sussex coast had more piers at one time than anywhere else in the country.
The original purpose of the pier, though, was to tie ships up at, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first acknowledged pier was Ryde on the Isle of Wight, and that was really to tie up, as you say, the ferries going across. But the first pier simply for pleasure and recreation was probably the Chain Pier at Brighton. And when William IV was king and staying at the Royal Pavilion, he liked to walk up and down the Chain Pier because it reminded him of a boat, and he'd been in the Navy in his younger days.
Now, Worthing Pier won, of course, the Pier of the Year award this year. What do you think is special about Worthing Pier? What was it that attracted the judges?
I think it's unspoilt. It isn't cluttered up with amusements and those sort of distractions. It is basically a promenading pier. There is obviously a small amusements halfway up, but it's retained the original character and purpose of a pier, which, as you were saying, is for people to come out on a Sunday afternoon, enjoy themselves in quiet, leisurely pursuit and look at the sea and the views. Well, I'll talk about the pier, its history. First built in 1862, and it suffered a few calamities. There was a great storm in 1913, and the whole middle section was destroyed, completely fell into the sea. And then in 1933 there was a great fire which burnt the end pavilion. So it's had its knocks, but it's always returned.
What will people see then when they come on your tour?
Well, we'll walk across the pier, and I'll point out various stages in the pier's development and a few historical anecdotes as well. So we'll look along the coastline at some of the buildings, such as the Dome there, the cinema.
Yes, they've done a lovely job on that.
Well, that's again a huge refurbishment, and a lot of money's gone into that. But I think that's just like the pier, that's going to be an attraction and a symbol of Worthing's best traditions.
But of course the honours were done for opening the show by Mr Mayor Tom Wowie, who was on the programme last week. Tom, a good day so far.
Absolutely fantastic, John, absolutely fantastic. And anybody sitting at home now wanting something to do, get down to Worthing Pier now.
Well, of course, there's a lot going on. There are tours of the pier, there's Punch and Judy, and there's an indoor market in the Pavilion Theatre as well, if you want to have a look at that. Plus, lots of people who are regular listeners to Splash have come down to see what's going on. Maybe you'd like to see it too. Days like this are really what seaside towns are all about, aren't they, Tom?
Absolutely, John, and people should come down here and enjoy it, because that's what it's all about. Enjoy Worthing Pier, enjoy Worthing seafront.
We were talking to Chris Hare earlier on, who does the pier tours, and he was saying that we're lucky in Worthing to have a pier which is in such a good state of repair when you look at other piers in Sussex.
We certainly are, John, and given the history of Worthing Pier, blown down by nature, blown up by man in the war, burnt down, and here it is,
Still
as resplendent as ever. Now, I have to say, John, how resplendent you do look in your Nurse Sunshine.
Yes, Tim Lawton, the MP, came over and gave this to me and made me put it on, but it's Nurse Sunshine, who is a vicious-looking nurse in cartoon format, saying, "Save Worthing Hospital, hands off our hospitals," in fact. Well, fingers crossed it actually does have some effect. Many thanks for joining us. Major Tom Wowie, the Mayor of Worthing, and James Lyne, the Youth Mayor of Worthing. We are live from Worthing Pier. It's Worthing Pier Day and very busy indeed. I'm looking at people browsing the stalls and wandering up and down and eating ice cream and doing all the lovely seasidey things. The big event of the day is Worthing Pier Day. That's why we're here on the pier. Me, John Radford, taking you through till 1 o'clock on Splash FM. Come and see us. Come and buy a Save Worthing Hospital t-shirt. There's an indoor market in the pavilion. There's Punch and Judy, and of course there's ice cream and fish and chips and everything else you could wish for a lovely seaside day. Maybe the last one we get this year with this kind of weather. Do come and see us. But first, I'm joined by Mike Payne, who is the artist who's designed Nurse Sunshine, whose caricature graces all the posters and the T-shirt that I'm wearing at the moment to keep Worthing and Southland hospitals. What brief did they give you, Mike?
They didn't give me a brief. I was aware, obviously, of a campaign to keep Worthing and Southlands hospitals, and it said at the bottom of the Quash website that if anyone felt they can contribute in any way, they would, all contributions would be gratefully accepted, and I felt I could contribute.
Well, let's hope that Nurse Sunshine does her job. Mike, thanks very much for talking to us.
My pleasure.
Mike Payne, so if you've seen the Nurse Sunshine poster, he's the chap who drew the nurse.
This is Splash FM.
Just to remind you, we're on the pier today. We're celebrating Worthing Pier Day. It's a glorious day. That fresh breeze blowing in from the southwest and a lovely bright sun, packed with people. Lots of things going on, including Punch and Judy, an indoor market, and all those things that you associate with seaside pastimes. It's a real nostalgia whiff. And we've been joined by 50s superstar Archie Andrews. Do come along and see us. In the meantime, long live the pier.
To the pier!
To the pier! The John Radford Show. This is Splash FM.